welcome to the summer edition of the Colac Herald Sports Mash. Footy and netball's behind us now. We're into the cricket, bowls, a bit of tennis and a couple other things that are coming up in the next few weeks. My name is Ben Martin. With me, as always, is Alex Baird. Alex, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. A busy summer ahead of us with a few different sports, so looking forward to covering it all.
And we're going to kick off with Alex and the cricket right now.
Yeah, like Ben said, cricket started at the weekend. Round one of Colac District Cricket Association's Division 1 competition, and while there are a few players still yet to start their campaigns, there are still some strong performances from some players at the weekend. We'll start with the Illawarra Colac game, and the Redbacks had a surprising win against the Stallions, who were predicted as the premiership favourites, but like I said, there were still a few players missing from both teams at the weekend. But Illawarra set Colac a total of 150 after their 45 overs, and Sam Kelly top scored with 41 for the Redbacks, while Sean McGowan 25 not out and Josh McKenzie 24 helped the Redbacks to their total, while Dan Billings took 4 for 22 for Colac, so a good performance from him. In reply, Colac were a bit disappointing in their top order batsmen. They were 3 for 15 but managed to get to 119, so they recovered pretty well, but it was a really strong bowling performance from the Redbacks. They were led by Jeff Cole and Leighton Hart, who was standing skipper for the day. They took 3 wickets each, while Nick Hay took 2. For the Stallions, Tom Sutherland top scored with 31, while Steve Daniels at 26 and Nigel Hall at 19 were Colac's other top performance. Moving along to the City United and Colac West game, and City United had a pretty strong victory. They bowled West out for 97, so they got them out under 100, but Marty Mulgrew had a strong performance for West, scoring 56, while Dave Treweek had really economical bowling figures with 4 for 7. Not many runs going through, and he managed to get a few wickets too, Ben. While City United, they made the runs pretty easily. They scored 7 for 138. Josh Weatherhead led the way with 40 not out, but a lot of City United batsmen who scored past 20. And Alex Gunning, though, for Colac West, promising signs. He scored the first 5-wicket haul this season, taking 5 for 27, so impressive performance from him. And in our final match, Alvey were just too strong for Apollo Bay. Down at the Bay, they scored 7 for 155 batting first, so they set a reasonable target for the Sharks, but they just couldn't track down the runs. The Sharks, they only made 79. But for Alvey, Christmas K top scored with 26, while Verge Morrow took 2 for 25. He was the Sharks' only multiple wicket taker, while Tom McKay starred with the ball with 4 for 18 for the Swans, and youngsters Keenan Hickey and Lee Gall took 2 wickets, and they haven't played much top division cricket yet, so it was a strong performance from those. So that wraps up Colac District Cricket. Moving along to Polworth Tennis, and they got their seasons underway at the weekend. Strengthened competition this year with 2 new teams, so it's going to be an exciting year ahead for those guys. We'll start with the Forest match, the reigning premiers, and they played Colac Indoor, who are new to the competition. They won the match pretty easily though, winning 7 sets to 2 and 46 games to 29. In the Warncourt Biak match, it was a really tight one. Warncourt won 5 sets to 4, but it was 39 games apiece, so it could have gone either way there, and Warncourt just managed to get over the line. And in our final match, Colac Lawn, new to the competition as well this year, they won 5 sets to 4, 40 to 36 in a tight game against Kawarren. So very close matches there except for the first one. And Ben, that wraps up tennis.
Thanks for that, Alex. Good to see a couple of close tennis games to kick off the season. We're now going straight into the Corangamite Bowls Division action, where in the Saturday, Penn and Apollo Bay has defeated Central in the closest game of the weekend. Just 2 shots separating the teams in this one, despite Apollo Bay leading by about 10 shots with a couple of ends to go. And the Bay only won the 1 rink in this match to Wayne Burke. They tied in another rink and lost the other 2 to Chris Price and John Whitson, so Central doing everything they could to get the win, but unfortunately lost 92 to 94. In other games of the weekend, City defeated Camperdown 114 to 77. Simpson defeated Camperdown Golf 102 to 80. Winchelsea defeated Colac 2 117 to 76, and reigning premier Colac 1 defeated Cobden 106 to 85 to take top spot on the ladder.
Wow.
Coming up tomorrow in the midweek bowls, we've got Camperdown Golf taking on Skipton. City hosts Camperdown, Colac travel to Cobden, and Winchelsea hosts Central. So that wraps up the bowls, and that wraps things up for us here on the Sports Mash for the first edition of the summer series. Thanks again for joining us. Make sure you grab Wednesday and Friday's Colac Herald to keep up to date with all the latest sporting news. And until then, we'll see you next time.